Bayes University is in a league of its own. We're all about our people, processes, and technology.
Bayes is one of the highly rated universities in Nigeria in terms of product quality standards.
We don't just produce graduates, but groom people into employers of labor.
And it has made us understand that learning is all about three things. We learn, we unlearn, and we relearn.
Bayes University Hospital offers a range of specialized services equipped with the latest technology, manned by a team of trusted professionals. And now, our vision extends beyond our walls with the Baba Ahmed University in Kano following our lead. Join us at Bayes University and invest in your future today.
Bayes University is the institution that you will get the best value for money education in Nigeria.
Bayes University. Learn to live.
On Global TV News Express, Vice President Shettima calls for unity, asks Nigerians to shun protests. In business, federal government announces new financing for healthcare sector. On the foreign scene, UN Secretary General calls for urgent action on climate change in a bid to curb extreme heat. And in sports, Quadri Aruna loses 3-4 in his round of 64 match at the South Paris Arena to Eduard Ionescu of Romania. Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Express on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. We would like to remind you that Global Television is active on DSTV channel 365. I am Wuyi Agumofwebe. Let's begin by telling you that Vice President Kashif Shettima has pleaded with Nigerians to shun the planned nationwide protest scheduled to begin on August the 1st, 2024, stating that it is time for unity and focused development in the country. Speaking at a wedding ceremony in Maiduguri, Borno State capital, the Vice President noted that protest has never been a solution for nations to solve their challenges, rather than an avenue for destruction of human lives and properties, even as he called for peace and unity. The Northwest Caucus in the House of Representatives has commended President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for signing the Northwest Development Commission bill into law. They made the commendation at a press conference held at the National Assembly. Leader of the caucus, Sada Soli Jabia, noted that by assenting to the bill, the president has demonstrated good leadership and proven to be a man of his words. Imo State Governor Hope Uzodimma says the death of Emmanuel Iwayawu, President General of Igbo Apex Social Cultural Group, Ohaneze Ndigbo, is one of that affected both the Southeast and Nigeria as a country. The governor, who is also the chairman of the Progressive Governors Forum, stated that the late Iwayawu recorded tremendous achievements in several fields of human endeavors while working tirelessly for the growth and development of the region and Nigeria.
He steered the affairs of Ohaneze Ndigbo until death. As President General of Ohaneze Ndigbo, he reached out to the west, reached out to the north, reached out to the middle belt, preaching unity and reconciliation for the development of our nation. Haji Agamba was a great man, a man I respected so much. I pray Almighty God will show mercy to him, and his mercy, his soul will rest in peace. Adieu for us that he left behind, and all those that will be touched by his death. May God grant us the fortitude to bear the loss.
Emmanuel Iwayawu in his lifetime had made critical impacts cutting across politics, aviation, insurance, media, sports, and others. The All Progressives Congress APC has urged organizers of the planned August 1 nationwide protest to shelve its agitation to have President Bola Tinubu scrap the 1999 Constitution. The ruling party disclosed this after a closed-door meeting with the Forum of APC State Chairmen to discuss the modalities of the proposed protest at the National Secretariat of the party in Abuja. Global Television's Samuel Odi was there.
The protest, scheduled to hold from August 1st to 15th, has generated tension and mixed reactions among Nigerians in the past 2 weeks. The ruling party, through its National Secretary, Senator Ajibola Bashiru, insists that for the renewed agitation to have the president dump the constitution which he vowed to protect will amount to a mission impossible course. The president alone does not have the power to dump the 1999 constitution. Bashiru's statement was a response to one of the 15 demands of the organizers of the proposed hunger strike protests.
First, they said scrap 1999 constitution and replace it with the people-made constitution for the Federal Republic of Nigeria through a sovereign national conference followed by a national referendum.
In the last 2 decades, the need to change the Nigerian constitution has become a hot debate among several state actors and elder statesmen. The ruling party therefore appealed to Nigerians and the organizers of the scheduled protest for August 1st to 15th to give Mr. President time to work on revamping the economy. Samuel Odi reporting for Global Television News.
Well, thank you, Samuel, for that reporting. The Northeast Development Commission, NEDC, has distributed prosthetic limbs, crutches and wheelchairs to 180 people with disabilities in Borno State. Speaking at the distribution ceremony in the state capital, the Commission's Managing Director, Mohammed Al-Khali, says the initiative was part of efforts to promote inclusivity and empowerment for people living with disabilities. The Commission also gave 50,000 naira each to 350 beneficiaries for feeding and transportation back to their various homes. The federal government has resumed work on the dualization of uncompleted sections of the 375.9-kilometer Abuja-Kaduna-Zaria-Kano highway. Minister of Works David Umahi stated this during the flag-off of the completion of works and handover of the 38-kilometer dual carriageway section of the road to Dangote Group. Umahi, in a statement by Special Advisor on Media, Oji Uchenna Oji, charged the 3 companies handling the 3 sections to show absolute devotion to the completion of the projects. The National Association of Nigerian Students, NAS, has commended Minister of Interior Olubunmi Tuji-Ojo for his outstanding efforts in promoting peace among the student community. At the ongoing 84th Senate sitting of the association continues in Oyo State at the Polytechnic Ibadan. The Apex student body has taken time off to eulogize the minister for his outstanding efforts of promoting peace among students. Abuja's original inhabitants, under the aegis of the Abuja Aborigines Network, has thrown its weight against the planned nationwide protest slated for August the 1st. President of the 6,000-member-strong network, Dr. Donald Amagbo, sought dialogue instead of protests while speaking after an anti-protest town hall meeting called by the FCC Minister Nyesom Wike in Abuja. Amagbo, who expressed total condemnation of the planned protests on behalf of the thousands of his network members, stated that they were ready to resist the protest because it was calculated to cause anarchy and make Nigeria ungovernable. Armed terrorists suspected to be members of Boko Haram have invaded Jakana police station in Konduga local government area of Borno State, killing a police driver and a woman friend. The terrorists also set ablaze 2 patrol vehicles belonging to the police and members of Civilian Joint Task Force, as well as a motorcycle, even as some arms and ammunition were carted away by the rampaging insurgents. The terrorists were said to have stormed the police station at about 1 a.m., where they engaged the security agencies for about 3 hours, overwhelmed them, and fled at about 3 a.m. Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project SERAP has filed a lawsuit against the Central Bank of Nigeria over an alleged failure to account for and explain the whereabouts of the over 100 billion naira dirty and bad notes, as well as other large sum of cash awaiting examination, which, according to SERAP, are kept in various branches of the Apex Bank. In the suit filed last week at the Federal High Court, Lagos, SERAP says it is asking the court to direct and compel the regulatory bank to explain the whereabouts of the over 100 billion dirty and bad notes kept in various branches of its bank since 2017. Folashade Tinubu Ojo, daughter of President Bola Tinubu and Iyaloja General of Lagos, has urged market women in Dosumo Market in the state to advise their children against participating in the planned August 1 hunger protest. Tinubu Ojo spoke with market women in Yoruba, urging them to warn their children about the dangers of protesting, citing the destruction caused by previous protests, including the EndSARS demonstration. She emphasized that Lagos state government has made significant progress and deserves support. She also noted that the federal government, headed by her father, should be given time to prove itself before being criticized. You're watching News Express, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. We're on DSTV, channel 365, and Star Times, channel 276. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms using our Global TV NG and other handles as you now see on your screen. When News Prime returns, the United Nations Secretary General calls for urgent action on climate change in a bid to curb extreme heat. We'll tell you about that story and bring you more after this short break. Please stay with us. This is Global Television, bringing you live broadcasts of News Express with Uye Agumofwewe. Thank you so very much for staying with us. And now let's talk some business. The federal government says it has mobilized $2.2 billion in external finance for the Nigerian health sector renewal investment initiative. This came as President Bola Tinubu approved the establishment of the sector-wide coordinating office program management units domiciled in the office of the Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare. In a statement signed by Tinubu's Special Advisor on Media and Publicity, Ajuri Ngalale, the government says the move is to ensure efficient, transparent, and accountable management of external grants mobilized towards the implementation of the Nigeria Health Sector Renewal Investment Initiative. The Central Bank of Nigeria says it has disbursed $148 million to 29 authorized dealers as part of steps to destabilize and stabilize the foreign exchange market amidst the recent free fall of the naira. A statement posted on the Apex Bank website revealed the sales were made to the dealers on Monday, July 22nd and Tuesday, July 23rd, 2024, between an exchange rate of 1,470 naira and 1,510 naira to the US dollar. According to the CBN, the authorized dealers include banks and bureau de change operators across the country. A new report by the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, NERC, has indicated that power distribution companies in the country made 291.62 billion naira in revenue in the first quarter of 2024. This is coming as the power sector regulator has barred Nigerian bulk electricity trading from entering into new contracts. On the foreign scene, Japanese and U.S. defense chiefs and top diplomats have held talks in Tokyo on further bolstering their military cooperation, including by upgrading the command and control of U.S. forces and strengthening American licensed missile production in Japan amid the rising threat from China. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken and Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin joined their Japanese counterparts Yanko Kamikawa and Minoru Kihara at the Japan-U.S. Security Consultative Committee, known as 2+2 Security Talks, to reaffirm their alliance following President Joe Biden's withdrawal from the November presidential race. United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres has called for urgent and concerted efforts aimed at dealing with extreme heat and climate change. The Secretary General's call to action on extreme heat brings together the diverse expertise and perspectives of 10 specialized UN entities in a first-of-its-kind joint product, underscoring the multi-sectoral impact of extreme heat.
It's summertime, but the living is no longer easy. This has been a week of unprecedented heat. First, the European Union's Copernicus Climate Change Service declared Sunday, July 21st, as the hottest day on record.
Guterres also stated that the impact of heat wave has taken a tremendous toll on most parts of the world, including Africa.
Scorching conditions have killed 1,300 pilgrims during Hajj, shut down tourist attractions in Europe's sweetbox cities, and closed schools across Asia and Africa, impacting more than 80 million children. Of course, summer heat is as old as the hills, but the World Meteorological Organization, the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, and others have documented a rapid rise in the scale, intensity, frequency, and duration of extreme heat events.
The call for action is an effort to enhance international cooperation to address extreme heats in 4 critical areas: caring for the vulnerable, protecting workers, boosting resilience of economies and societies using data and science, as well as limiting temperature rise to 1.5 degrees Celsius by phasing out fossil fuels and scaling up investments in renewable energy. Former U.S. President Donald Trump has claimed there will be a major war in the Middle East and potentially a third world war if he does not win November's election. Trump met with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu at his Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida, one day after Netanyahu had met at the White House with President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris. The people of Venezuela are voting on a presidential election whose outcome will either lead to a seismic shift in politics or extend by 6 more years the policies that caused the world's worst peacetime economic collapse. Polls open at 6 a.m. local time. The number of eligible voters is estimated to be around 17 million. Sunday's ballot also features 8 either candidates challenging Maduro, but only Gonzalez threatens Maduro's rule. And away from Venezuela now, United Nations Secretary General, we turn to other stories quickly for you as we bring it back home to sports. Lorenzo Colombo has scored 2 first-half goals, and Macho Nasty netted the game winner to give AC Milan a 3-2 victory over English Premier League champion Manchester City at New York. Nasty lifted Milan ahead to stay in the 78th minute. The 20-year-old Italian striker taking a centering pass from Belgian right wing Alexis Sussmakers and firing an inside right front blast into the goal. Nigeria's players in the men's table tennis event of the ongoing Olympic Games lost their matches in the first round of the competition. Quadri Aruna lost 3-4 in his round of 64 match at the South Paris Arena to Eduardo Ionescu of Romania. Aruna's hopes of repeating his Rio 2016 quarterfinals performance went up in smoke when the 20-year-old Ionescu made its thrilling Olympic debut for himself. Gabriel Martinelli has scored for Arsenal in the 81st minute to give the Gunners a 2-1 victory over Manchester United in a friendly at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, California. Danish 21-year-old striker Rasmus Højlund opened the scoring in the 10th minute for United. Marcus Rashford lofted a clearing pass down the left wing, and Højlund took the ball and battled Arsenal defender Aiden Haven into the box, where he got a step ahead and blasted a goal between the legs of Gunners goalkeeper Karl Hein. Arsenal's Gabriel Jesus netted the equalizer in the 26th minute, the Brazilian tapping in a pass from point-blank range as the Red Devils appealed in vain for an offside call. To end News Express on Global Television, here's a recap of some of our major stories. Vice President Kashif Shettima has called for unity, asking Nigerians to shun protest. In business, the federal government has announced new financing for healthcare sector. Finally, in sport, we told you Nigeria's professional table tennis player Quadri Aruna has lost 3-4 in his round of 64 match at the South Paris Arena to Edward Ionescu of Romania. That's it on News Express, and it came to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We are on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times channel 276. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms using that Global TV NG, as well as other handles now showing on your screen. I'm Uyag Mofwegbe saying a big thank you to you for watching. I'll see you again.